Hare Krishna, welcome back to my channel. I am Radhika Piyari and today I am going to share with you the glories of Parshva Ekadashi. Yudhishthir Maharaj asked Lord Krishna that what is that Ekadashi which falls during the light fortnight of the month of Bhadrapada, August-September? Who is the worshipable deity on this day and what are the merits one receives after performance of this Ekadashi? Lord Sri Krishna replies to Yudhishthir Maharaj that when one performs this Ekadashi, not just they get rid of their past sinful deeds, but also they get rid of any kind of material bondage they may have in this life. Fasting on this Ekadashi, one receives a merit which is equal to that of performing a horse sacrifice, and also because this Ekadashi is known to get rid of any kind of past misdeeds or reaction to the past misdeeds, that is why this Ekadashi is also known as Jayanti Ekadashi. One who wants to be freed from this punishing material world, they should worship Lord Vamana on this day, whose eyes are like lotus petal, and worshipping him on this day is equal to worshipping all the demigods, as it releases one from any kind of past sinful deeds. That is why this Ekadashi is also known as Vamana Ekadashi. This Ekadashi is considered as to be very auspicious because this particular day has been celebrated as a time when the sleeping Lord Vishnu, he turns to the other side and sleeps. So this is also called as Parivartini Ekadashi, means the Lord changes the side during his sleep. Yudhishthir Maharaj gets actually very curious and then he asks Krishna that, "Oh my Lord, how does the Lord sleep and how does he change sides when he's sleeping? And what happens to the living entities when he's sleeping? How did Lord Vamanadeva bound Bali Maharaj, who's such a powerful demon king, and conquer over the world, 3 worlds, and how this Chaturmasya fast has to be performed, which you have explained in the Chaturmasya Mahatmya in the Bhavishya Puran. So kindly explain to me all these things." On this, Krishna replies to Yudhishthira Maharaj that I will explain to you a historical event which happened in the Treta Yuga. When one hears this particular event, all their sinful desires and everything is eradicated. It's a very, very auspicious event which one must hear on this particular Ekadashi. So Krishna explains that during the time of Treta Yuga, there used to be a demon king. His name was Bali. He is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj and his father is Virochana. Even though he was born in the demon family, he was very devoted to me. He worshipped me by singing all the Vedic hymns. He respected the twice born Brahmanas and he arranged every day for them to perform the sacrificial yajna. So he actually had one time an argument with Indradev, and because of that argument, there was a fight between them, and Bali Maharaj conquered actually. He became victorious and over the heavenly planets, and all the demigods were kicked off. Now Indradev along with the demigods, they all came to me and they started chanting the prayers from the Vedas and started to appease me, asking for my help, that how they have been defeated and thrown out of the heavenly planets. So because they were seeking my help and they took my shelter, I took the form of this dwarf Brahmana to go and conquer or give the heavenly world back to the demigods. So now Yudhishthira Maharaj gets more curious that how did this happen, that just by being a dwarf Brahmana you were able to conquer over Bali Maharaj. So please explain to me this, Lord. So Krishna says that even though I was a dwarf, but I was still a Brahmana, and because Bali Maharaj respects Brahmana, that is why. So as soon as Bali Maharaj saw me, he asked me what he can do for me. So I asked for some alms, and that was 3 steps of land. 3 small steps of land. So Bali Maharaj, without thinking any lengthily, he actually agreed to it. So as soon as he agreed to that, I expanded my transcendental form and I became so big that as soon as I raised my step, like my 1 and the 2nd step, my feet were on the earthly plane, my thighs were on the Bhuvar Loka, my waist was on the Swar Loka, it actually covered the Swar Loka, and then my stomach covered the Mahar Loka, my chest covered the Jana Loka, my neck covered the Tapaloka, and my face and head covered the Satyaloka. So within the two steps, all the heavenly planets in the top planet system and the earthly plane, everything was covered. The moon and the sun, everything was covered. So I looked at Bali Maharaj and I said that where can I put my third step? Because already with my two steps, I have covered the earthly plane and the heavenly plane. So when Bali Maharaj sees this, he is very much astonished, and he humbly bows down in front of Vamana Dev, and he just puts his head down and says that you can step on my head. So as soon as he says that, Lord Vamana Dev, he actually puts his feet, like the third step he puts on Bali Maharaj, and right away sends him to Patal Loka. And because so humbly Bali Maharaj offered his head to Lord Vamana Deva to put his third step, because that time onwards, Lord Vamana Dev actually decides and gives him a boon that he will eternally stay with him over there. On this day of Parivartini Ekadashi, Bali Maharaj actually makes a deity form of mine. That's what Krishna says to Yudhishthira Maharaj, that he makes a deity form of Lord Vamana Deva and he worships it. And I, in the form of Vishnu, is lying down on the milk ocean from this Ekadashi until Haribodhini Ekadashi, after turning my side. So because I turned my side and I am lying down on the milk ocean from this Ekadashi to Haribodhini Ekadashi, which appears during the light fortnight of the month of Kartik, Damodar, that is why this Ekadashi is so auspicious. So anyone who performs very devotedly this fast and worships me as Lord Vamana Deva Trivikrama, not just they get rid of their past sinful deeds, they actually become happy in this world, and after this life they go to the spiritual world in the abode of mind. So if a person just hears the glories of this Ekadashi, then they go to the planet of demigods and shine like moon itself over there. On this Ekadashi or Parivartini Ekadashi, if it is possible, one can give to a qualified person some yogurt and rice, like donated, as well as some silver, which will make me very happy. This Ekadashi is known to be comparable of performing thousands of Ashwamedh Yagyas. So kindly perform this Ekadashi, which is one of the most auspicious and much celebrated Ekadashi, where Lord Vamana Dev and Bali Maharaj, his devotee, has been remembered. So this was for today. To understand the glories of Parshva Ekadashi, which is also called as Jayanti Ekadashi, it is also called as Vamana Ekadashi, and most importantly, it is also called as Parivartini Ekadashi, because the sleeping Lord, changed his side. So thank you so much for watching. Hare Krishna.